Hi everyone, hope you're all safe and well, and welcome to my channel. This is a video, it's about these Ailerons Hobby Hawk and the T33. In the UK when you buy these, they do not come with a reflex system. I think it's called a Vector system actually. And as you can see here, I've got an AR630 in there. It's by Spectrum, it's not cheap. I'm only using 4 of the 6 channels. In fact, looking at this, I'm only using 3 of the 6 channels. I could stick a normal receiver in there, but if you want gyro stability, then of course you need to stick a gyro in, etc, etc. The good news is you can now get hold of these. This is the Ailerons Hobby Vector. This particular one is for the Hawk. You can buy them for the T33 as well. This is £18 worth of kit. Okay, so listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. So this is the Vector that when you buy this Hawk or the T33 in anywhere in the world except for the UK, you actually get that. But in the UK, at least you can buy it separately. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this off. This is earmarked for another aircraft. So that's now freed up. Thank you very much. This comes off. And this is the area where this will go down and this will go down. This being an AR410. First thing I need to do is to plug all of this into this. We'll start with the throttle. Goes into channel 1. So that's my throttle. Then what have we got here? That's the bus, we'll leave that. We will then go to the ailerons. Ailerons, and they are channel 2. If you use Spectrum, you'll know that the signal wire is always uppermost where the button is, facing the button. And then lastly, I have an elevator that goes into channel 3, and that leaves me with just channel 4 on this, which I'm hoping I can use as my sub bus. There we are. So that's all wired up. The peculiar bit is this, the reflex. So I keep calling it reflex because I'm so used to using FMS, the Vector. This only has 2 pins in the rows. So you actually mount this way on. So let's get focused down there. Here's the wire lead with my ailerons. Now the ailerons go onto what's marked as channel 1, and the signal is outermost on the board, which means it goes like that. Okay, and there's a row of pins behind it that aren't used yet. Then I have the throttle, and as I said before, the signal is the outermost of the board, which actually means this has to go in the opposite way, so you can't see the pins. That's your throttle. Oops, if I get up on the right one. There. And then the final connection that you have is your elevator, and that goes with the pins. When I say the pins, I mean where you can see the pins. So the signal is on the outside of the board, goes underneath the aileron. Now that actually leaves 3 pins that aren't used, and that would have been for your rudder had you had a rudder. So that's the setup, and what I've now got to do is to work out spacing and all that type of stuff, wiring, because this, as far as I know, must go there facing that way. It's got to go like that. That's the correct orientation for the gyro. And then what I think I'll probably do is just loop that around like that. So those two will be there. And just leave this like that, and then the battery can go in underneath. And I've taken the wings off. I've threaded the aileron cables back out. I've cut a hole in the foam mount up here, and I've threaded the aileron through there. So those are my aileron cables now, coming up at the back rather than through here, which means I can connect those to the Vector Y lead, which is this and this, like so. Signal to signal. And all the wiring is now up here rather than coming up through the battery bay, and I can also then just loop that around there. But that's the way that board's got to go. It's got to go there. So I'm going to actually do that right now. Take this off the board where it goes, which is there. And that's going to go there. And that stick on the sticky pad. Okay, let's see if that hatch will go back on. If not, I can just cut some of the stuff out here. Yeah, I need to cut some stuff out, I can see that.
A little later.
Perfect, there we go. Had to do a bit of foam hacking. And that's now a good fit. These wires have plenty of room up there in the top. And that's a good fit around this side as well. Let me go and get my transmitter and a battery. See if we can bind.
Binding. Dsmx 22 milliseconds. Telemetry. Bind complete.
Okay, I've got right, left aileron.
Mid rates, high rates, low rates. AS3X mode. Mid rates. AS3X mode.
Because I'm using a 4-channel receiver, I've put the S-bus or the PPM mode into channel 4, which is the rudder in my case. So here, if you can see that, I go into channel assignments. My rudder is auxiliary 2. There you are, my rudder is auxiliary 2. And auxiliary 2 is set to switch B. And what that means is I've assigned switch B to my rudder channel, and I can control the gyro. So let me quickly put this in. Solid light here on the Vector, that's in safe mode, and it's trying to permanently get me level. and everything's moving in the right direction because the orientation must be this way. Okay, that's good.
AS3X mode.
That's rapid flashing is AS3X mode, and you can hear the servos working, and I am checking and they are going in the right direction, although it's very hard to show on camera. But that's all fine, and then you can turn it off.
Gyro off.
And that's a slow blink, but there is no stabilisation at all.
Safe mode.
I have had to hack a bit of foam out. This ridge here, I've taken that out at the back, and I've cut a chamfer on the foam here for that receiver. But basically, that will now go on like that. Magnet still holds it. You hear it hunting.
AS3X mode.
And the COG, if anything, I've put the battery in a little bit too. Is that right? No, the COG is perfect. COG is perfect. So by swapping out that AR630 for the Vector and the AR410, I've basically changed nothing as far as the centre of gravity is concerned. And I've got room to move my batteries around slightly to get it right. So that's a job well done as far as I'm concerned. It can be done. I've freed up an expensive receiver with stability in it now for an 18 quid Vector gyro. Go to your local model store here in the UK and ask for them. If they don't have them, ask them to get in touch with Jay Perkins, who is the distributor here in the UK. They are model specific. I have one on order for the T33, and I'll probably have to order one for the Sabre, because I've also got the 50, is it 50 or is it 65mm Arrows Sabre on order. I hope that was useful. If you're anywhere except the UK, I don't think you need to worry about it because it comes with one of those already installed. So thanks for watching, stay safe, stay well, and I hope to see you on another video soon. Cheers!